Toll free at 888-545-9282. Your state, your home, your voice. Jersey Central with Burt Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
737, welcome back to Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Good morning to you. We're going to get another traffic update coming up at 7:45. Some trouble this morning at one of the Staten Island crossings between Staten Island and Jersey. If you're headed that way, you will want to get the next traffic update. That'll be at 7:45, and we'll have another weather update at that time, too. Also coming up this morning, our contest. Next chance to win a pair of tickets to Taste of Middlesex. That is 2 weeks from today in Edison. Love to have you there joining me as I host the event once again. Your chance to win that is coming up. Also, this week is going to be the next installment of the Let's Talk series that is presented by the North Brunswick Municipal Alliance, and they welcome the neighboring towns and the residents to come on by and take part in these free events, these free spoken word events that are happening. The next one is coming up this Wednesday at the North Brunswick Senior Center, and I've got a couple of guests who are joining me now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline with all the information. First, let me introduce the director of the North Brunswick Township Department of Parks, Recreation, and Community Services. She's also the Municipal Alliance Coordinator. My good friend, LouAnn Benson, is back with us this morning. Hey, LouAnn, it's Burt Barron. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Burt. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us and talk about the next installment that is coming up. Before we cover that, we had you here, I guess it was a couple weeks ago, and there was an event that talked about the opioid epidemic. Talk about how that event went, good turnout, and talk about some of the subject matter that was covered that night. A good event for North Brunswick?
A great event for North Brunswick. It was an excellent educational series on the opioid epidemic that is affecting all of us, whether you are a user or a family member. In society today, with everything going on, these talk series have been critically important for education to all.
Good information. And the next installment that is coming up, another just very serious topic. This is going to be covering the very important subject of suicide prevention, particularly among teenagers and dealing with depression and alcohol abuse. You want to introduce who our speaker is going to be, LouAnn, and she's joining us on the phone now, too?
Sure. Our guest speaker, our professional, will be Carol Womack, and as you shared, she will be talking about suicide prevention, teens, depression, and alcohol.
All right.
Welcome, Carol.
Yeah, she's with us this morning, too. And Carol, welcome to WCTC Radio. How are you this morning?
Very well, and good morning to you.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. Suicide prevention, particularly among teenagers, is a troubling topic. I think about the negative influences of social media. Society can be very tough on a young person. Talk about some of the things that you're going to cover at the Let's Talk session that's going to happen on Wednesday.
Well, it is a very important topic, and I would like everyone to come, anyone who has a loved one who appears depressed, because suicide is preventable. Impulsivity is a big factor, and that waxes and wanes, and we lose so many young people. Alcohol and drug use is present in 70% of all suicides. Every day, 123 Americans take their own lives, and it is preventable. And we can all do something as individuals and as a society. Means matter. Guns are lethal. Tougher gun laws have been proven to reduce suicide rates. Barriers have been proven to reduce suicide rates. We did that in the fall of 2014 with the Victory Bridge in Perth Amboy.
Mm-hmm.
And we can all recognize depression exists in 90% of people with suicide ideations. And 2 out of 3 never seek treatment. And we can all help. We can all recognize the signs and the causes, and we can help people get access to treatment.
Yeah, and maybe some people who are listening this morning, Carol, are thinking, well, teenagers and alcohol, how can that be? A teenager isn't old enough to buy alcohol. How does that happen? I don't live under a rock, Carol, and I know a lot of people don't either. Let's face it, kids can get access to anything they want, whether it's guns, alcohol, drugs, and as if abuse is not a big enough problem, when this sort of stuff leads to suicide, now it's an even larger problem.
It certainly is. And most people don't want to die. They just have so much pain, and it's so intense that they just feel they don't have any other options. And we're all here to to help present those options. We can all learn to manage our very strong emotions. We can all learn to make better decisions and live positively.
Who do you want to see come out on Wednesday, Carol? Do you want parents? Do you want teachers? Do you want law enforcement? Maybe some medical and maybe mental health professionals? Who do you want coming out on Wednesday?
Oh, I would welcome everyone. Everyone is welcome, and even people who are not professionals, because you can help your neighbor. You can help your child. Parents, it's very important. And it's so important for the children themselves even to come, because we all have to learn not to keep secrets. And when a friend shares that they're having suicidal thoughts and says to you, oh, please don't tell anybody, and secrets are so important to teens, we have to tell, because it's so much worse to lose someone you care about than to deal with giving out a secret.
Yeah, when it's teen suicide and something just as tragic as that, Carol, the last thing you want to do is don't tell anybody. You don't want to fall into that trap. You know what? You've got to be able to have confidence and faith in people. And if there's a real problem, you've got to be able to talk to people about that. Now, for you, LouAnn, if someone wants to come out to this event on Wednesday night, I did mention it's a free program. Do you have to register in advance, or how does that work?
It is a free program. Residents or surrounding community members can just stop by. They do not have to register ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And we will also have childcare free that evening if parents are debating whether they want their children in the session or not hearing the information. We will have that option available for participants coming out.
All right, and this will begin Wednesday at 6 o'clock. What is the address, LouAnn, of the North Brunswick Senior Center?
That is 15 Linwood Place. And once again, I want to remind everyone, Carol will provide very educational, impactful information, and we really want everyone to make an effort to come out. We will have one more series that will continue on Wednesday, May 2nd,
mm-hmm.
and that series will cover cyberbullying, social media, and internet safety.
Yeah, another important topic that I'm sure we'll cover in the weeks to come up very soon. But for this event coming up on Wednesday, Carol, even if right now, if everything is just fine, everything is just rosy in your life, why not come on out and just know some things to look for? Maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a neighbor, that if you spot something that you learn at this event on Wednesday, you could save a life. So really just come out anyway, right?
Oh, absolutely. And, we have 789 people who die from suicide in New Jersey every year. It's a high number. More people die from suicide than die in wars, murder, and natural disasters combined. It's out there, and we can all take a step to stop it.
Yeah, it's time something was done. And it starts at the community level, Carol, that's for sure. But Carol Womack, thank you for your time this morning, and we look forward to the event on Wednesday, some really, really critical information. And thank you for joining us on WCTC this morning, all right?
Oh, thank you.
All right, thank you. And for you, LouAnn, thank you as always for arranging the guest and the interview today. And I'm sure we'll talk again probably in April about the next one that's coming up on May 2nd. But is there at least a phone number or a website people can go to for some more information on the event Wednesday?
Yes. Most important, they can call in to our department, which number is 732-247-0922, and that's extension 475. The information is also on our township Facebook pages for our Department of Parks, Recreation, and Community Services,
mm-hmm.
as well as the main website.
All right, real good. LouAnn Benson, thank you for your time this morning, and thank you for arranging today's interview. And I'm sure we'll talk in the next couple of weeks about the May 2nd event, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day. All right, Jersey Central Traffic and Weather.